Hello and welcome back. Hope you are good, doing well. So we are having Nasdaq 100 Index update, and but before going to look at that on the Nasdaq 100 Index, so we're gonna look at the previous video so that we can get the idea that what we were expecting and what has happened over there. So these two charts. So we were expecting Nasdaq 100 Index to rise, okay, after the Fed rate decision. We have seen decent bullish momentum over there on the Nasdaq 100 index even before the Fed rate decision, and after the Fed rate decision, ECB came and the news broke out from Bank of Japan that they're gonna tweak the yield curve. That caused the Nasdaq 100 index to drop, and then again we have seen that drop and then buying from bottom. So let's look at this, this first, and then we're going to talk about, we're going to watch this one quickly, and then we're going to watch this one, and then we're going to look at the update, all right? So the reason to post these videos, so that you can understand that how to, trade on time and to get, opportunities at a place where, price is good. So, rather than just posting the pictures, pictures, going to help you. So what going to help you is the the detail analysis. All right. So I hope that it's speaking difference, and you are learning something from it. So let's look at the previous video analysis. Yeah. So I'm gonna fast forward that so that we can come to the updated chart as well. So there you go. High, yeah, so heading towards that previous all-time high. So the setup is just forming over there within this area. So back to that top, or possibly another leg higher all the way up to that previous high. All right. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, so there we can see that, right? So price is just simply correcting back to those moving averages. And in the previous video analysis, we were expecting it to correct back to the 1 hour time frame. So correction slightly gone bigger. And price right now, clearly we can see that it is holding those trending areas, trending place like that, like this previous one. All right, and we are expecting it to aggressively break out, continue up to that. So we may get a breakout entry during the after the Fed rate decision, or during the Fed rate decision, yeah, and continue to keep pushing more higher or all the way up to that high. So if you don't get a breakout and price slightly push for another leg lower, all right, and test that low or those moving averages, smooth moving average red line, yeah, still going to be a buy opportunity over there. So if I'm going to pull out, the US 30 unit, so we clearly can see that the US 30 industrial average rising, all right, and way ahead of the Nasdaq 100 index, right? So forming new high, broken above that top and ahead, and still pushing more higher, and highly likely that the US 30 going to continue to keep pushing more higher. And the reason why US 30 is pushing higher and the Nasdaq 100 index is not pushing higher, yeah, we are having earning data is being released on tech stocks, which has caused that to drop. And what investors are doing, they are going after the quality rather than the quantity. All right, so they're going after the US 30 and quality stuff, and rather than going after the quantity, yeah. So so that's causing the US 30 to stay intact for more upside, and also Fed is a risky event, and investors are playing accordingly with the market. So setup is clearly over there on the Nasdaq 100 index, and you are looking for that breakout. And as long as as long as US 30 keeps pushing more higher, yeah, so your buy opportunity gonna stay intact on Nasdaq 100 index. So that's why I said to you. So if you want to understand that setup, the setup which I'm talking about, go ahead and look at this. This is a 1 minute sample trade. You can get the idea that how this trade can play out on the 4 hour time frame, which we are expecting to happen. So you're gonna get the idea what I'm talking about right now on this bigger 4 hour time frame. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, yeah, so we still can see there is a possibility for another leg lower. I don't see that, but in case if that happens, all right, like this, another leg lower, if it happens, okay, so new low or past that previous low, or this place, all right, bounce off and continue to keep pushing more higher. So if you caught that trade already, because we were expecting that to rise, all right. But I was expecting it to rise after hitting that 15,300, all right. But price didn't hit that 15,300, but it went up from after hitting the 15,400 or 380. So you are looking for the current trend to stay intact and price to just keep pushing more higher. Yeah, in that case, you are looking for a very, very strong breakout. So I wouldn't suggest you to chase that today, but you can look for that breakout during the Fed rate decision. Yeah. So obviously we got some time ahead of the Fed rate decision. All right. So we may not see exact formation over there. So that formation definitely going to change. All right. Either price going to break out, correct, and then go higher, or going to fall back to this previous low and going to test that low. So wouldn't suggest you to break out, to look for that breakout on 4-hour time frame. So you only can look for that breakout tomorrow during the Fed decision. Yeah. So if that is going to be dovish high, yes, then you're looking for that to continue to keep pushing more higher, all the way back to that high or this area. Hopefully you got the idea. Yeah. Thank you.
Do you know the
Okay, so that was the previous video analysis, and Fed hiked interest rate with another 25 basis point. But equities are just simply, cheering that the either that soft landing gonna be over there. So we are, as said, just close to the previous high, and we still can see, this to tag that the Nasdaq 100X to tag that previous high. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, and we clearly can see that the price held those areas for long, right? This area or the moving average is held nicely, and price is just trending for upside, like I have just shown in the previous video analysis, that the price was price was trying to hold those areas, like it held there or like it held there, and pushing more higher. So what you are looking simply now, so you're supposed to be into the trade from the bottom, and you're looking to continue to keep pushing more higher. So yeah, so from this previous high, this previous top, we still may see another leg lower. Okay, right now on lower time frame, all right, so like 15 to 1 hour time frame during the New York session, you're expecting this to break out on lower time frame. We'll talk about that and finish that move there, and possibly break out that previous high, very much similar like the S&P 500. So S&P 500 has just broken out that previous top, and US 32, so they are pushing more higher. So you are expecting this to catch up the S&P 500. Yeah, if we're not going to see breakout there, okay, and price is going to fall for another time within these areas, okay, so still going to be a buy opportunity over there for that flat formation. So this move shouldn't be a very, very aggressive to the downside. There is no reason at the moment that the sell-off going to be very aggressive from that top, because the trend is still intact, and we don't have any fundamental reasons which can drive the aggressive sell-off to the downside. Yeah, so it's supposed to be a corrective. This one more leg, if it comes, it's supposed to be a corrective. We are not looking that leg at the moment. We are just simply looking, this correction is done, trend is holding, and the price to just continue and finish that move. But in case if we see change of formation, like I'm showing flat formation, okay, still gonna be a buy opportunity within these moving averages. Yeah, so for that, but for this buy opportunity, this leg should be corrective. So we are talking about,
are you based in the UK and you want to
which is not there yet. All right, so what is there, so you are looking that to just continue. So 15-minute time frame going to be a slightly more too lower, so 30-minute time frame. All right, so slightly getting bigger. Yeah, so it's just happening on a 15-minute time frame. So after the ECB rate decision, you are simply looking this to pop up and tag that top. So if I'm going to open the S&P 500 chart on my right side, there you're going to see that the S&P 500 has just broke out the highs. There you can see that. Yeah, okay, so if I'm gonna pull out the moving averages, even the trend is so strong on S&P 500 that the price never tested the moving averages on 4-hour time frame. So there we can see, if I'm gonna, this top, the top has just broken out. So if I'm gonna pull out the cross line, I'm gonna put over there, cross line has just clearly been violated. Okay, from that top, this top is just simply violated. All right, so we are well above that top, and S&P 500 is pushing higher and still got a room. Yeah, S&P 500 is also going for all-time high. We can see over there. By the way, we were expecting S&P 500 to go for all time as well. So from these areas, it is going for all time high, but we are still slightly, a bit away from that all time high. So it's going for that all time high. So as long as S&P 500 keeps pushing higher, our all-time high target will stay intact on Nasdaq 100 index. Hope that makes sense. Yeah. So what trade you are looking right now is just this trade, short-term trade, which for a time frame, which I was talking about, from these moving averages to just hit that target. And if we're gonna, okay, so that was the previous video. Now we're gonna look at this. So it was a bit long, but it's good that you're gonna understand that what has happened over there. So we're gonna look at this where we have seen change, a slight change came over there on Nasdaq 100 index. So we were expecting Nasdaq 100 index to continue to keep pushing more higher all the way up to the previous high. We have seen some good strength over there, but after the ECB rate decision, it started to struggle because ECB has raised the interest rate, but some policy changes just came over there, which caused that to struggle, the Nasdaq index to struggle, and dollar to gain. So we were expecting this correction to, on lower time frame, to break out and continue to keep pushing more higher. So there is a possibility that we may not see continuation, and Nasdaq 100 index still can fall back to these lows for another leg lower, right? Or maybe slightly lower than that before going to continue to keep pushing more higher. So if you are already short, just make sure you understand that we still can see another leg lower. All right, so if you are already into that trade, you are simply looking for this to continue to keep pushing more higher, all right, and break through that top, continue. All right, so if we don't get that continuation, yeah, which is right now it is less likely that the price is going to continue, because we are having drop, we are having strength on the dollar, which can actually put pressure on the equities. So we may see another leg lower all the way back to that low before going to continue to keep pushing more higher. So this is actually your structure. Yeah, so this is just an update that we still may see another leg lower. So if we see that leg lower, the setup is very much same again. All right. So that was the previous videos, and let's straight away go to the lower time frame. Okay, hopefully you understand the bigger structure, and I don't think so I need to remind the bigger structure again. So we got that next leg lower, okay, which was possible because we were having strength on the dollar, and that caused that to go down. But again, we managed to get back in the correction and bounce back nicely for upside. So what's next? The structure is very much same again. All right, so you're looking for this to break out, test that, fall again for another leg lower, like that flat formation, all right, or keep pushing more higher. This flat formation, yeah, from this top. So if we don't get that tiny move over there, yeah, I'm anticipating flat formation, which is not there yet. What we are having now is the triangle. Okay, so triangle, which is building over there. So price is struggling from that top. So from that, another leg lower for the triangle and continue to keep pushing more higher. So right now we don't have any sign yet that the Nasdaq 100 index is going to draw for another leg lower. So everything is just simply set that the risk on assets are doing really good right now. So next week we may see breakout and continuation for upside. In case we don't see that, then the setup is very much similar. We are the way we are looking within these areas. Okay, buy opportunities, then drop, then again if we didn't get the price there, we are looking for this to continue to keep pushing more higher. Yeah, makes sense. So same opportunities, yeah, a Nasdaq index to continue to keep pushing more higher, and if it falls for another leg lower within that triangle, the triangle which is just appearing over there. Okay, so the trade is same. You are expecting that 4-hour time frame correction to break up and Nasdaq index to form to test the all-time high. Okay, so thank you.